Okay, so today's class we are going to explain verification and validation. Okay, so first verification. Verification, we have another name. We can call it as R static testing. Verification, or we can call it as static testing. So what is meant by verification, guys? What is the meaning of verification? Please let me know what is the verification meaning.
Verifying something, like checking.
Yeah, checking. So per suppose if you guys are applying passport, then what will happen?
He'll come and verify.
So the there is a department peoples are come to your home and they are checking each and every document. Why? Because of that whatever the person they have applied for passport, that person is the correct person or not, they are going to checking. Okay. So here in our testing also, what we are going to do means before starting the project. So whenever the customer has given the requirements, those requirements we need to review. Okay, verification is nothing but we can simply call it as reviews. Okay, so each and every document we are going to review. Like if there is a requirement document, we need to review before starting the testing or before starting the development. Okay, and also there is a code is there. So code also we need to review whether the code is properly developed or not. As per the requirement, we have developed the code or not. And also there is a design review. So design means, so whenever there is architectures are there, architectures, they are going to design the document as per the requirement. Okay, and after that those documents also reviewed by customer, they need to approve the document. Okay, so and also test cases. Okay, comes under testing. Testing, we have created some test cases. Those test cases will be reviewed by someone else, like your colleagues or your team lead or your manager, or sometimes the client, they are going to review the test cases. Why we need to review these test cases? Because of here we have before starting the project, we need to find out the mistakes before giving it to next level. Before giving it to next level, we need to find out the mistakes. So that is the reason we are going to perform this verification. See, verification, the definition we can simply call it as verification is a process of checking whether we are building the project in the right way or not. So that is called verification. Okay, now I am going to provide some examples. Okay, so there is a one client is there, we can call it as ABC client is there. Okay, the client from our company, there is a BA team is there. Okay, the BA team will receive the requirements from the customer, will receive the requirements from the customer. Okay, BA team will receive the requirements from the customer, and those requirements, the BA team, they are going to convert into BRD document, BRD 1.0 version. So BRD is nothing but we can call it as business requirement document. Business requirement document. We can simply call it as business requirement document. Okay, so once this document is created by the BA team, okay, after creating this document they are going to sharing with the experts. They are going to sharing with the experts. Experts is nothing but a project managers, or we can call it as product managers. PM means project managers or product managers. Okay, once the client has given the requirements, those requirements will be received by the BA team, and after receiving the requirements, they are going to convert the BRD 1.0 document. Once this document is created, and they are going to sharing with the expert team. Okay, now the expert team, they are going to review the document. Okay, whatever the requirements they have provided, that requirement reviewed by the expert team first. Okay, after reviewing the expert team, what they are going to do means they are going to identify gaps in the system. gaps in the requirements. Okay, so we can call it as gaps, or we can call it as issues, we can call it as discrepancies. Okay, so in that particular requirement, if there are any gaps, gaps is nothing but the requirement is not clear, or we can call it as issues, the requirement is not clear, that is called issues, or we can call it as discrepancies. Okay, so here these team, they are find out those issues. Once they have find out those issues, what they are going to do, they are going to update in the Excel sheet. Okay, whatever the queries they have, those queries will be updating in the Excel sheet, and that Excel sheet will be sharing with this BA team. They are going to sharing with the BA team. Okay, so whatever the issues they have identified, those issues will be sharing with the PA team. Okay, so we can call it as issues. Okay, those gaps will be sharing with the BA team. So how they are going to sharing means nothing but I'm going to show. See, they are going to share the gaps with the BA team. Okay, these gaps, those gaps, how they are going to share means, like we have a email, or they are going to share with the sharing folders. Sharing folders is nothing but we have a Google Drive, OneDrive. Okay, so whatever the gaps they have identified, those gaps will be sharing with the BA team. Okay, now what the BA team they are going to do means, they are going to update this document. The BA team, they are going to update as per the gaps. Okay, whatever the gaps the product owner or project managers are find out, so based on that gaps, they are going to update the BRD document. The BRD document, they are going to update like this, BRD 2.0, or we can call it as 1.0 also. Okay, now this document will be updated into BRD 2.0. Okay, once they have updated this document, again this document will be sharing with the testing team. Again, this document will be sharing with the testing team. Okay, now testers also, they are going to review this document. Now testers also, they are going to review this document. Okay, what they are going to review, they are going to review if is there any mistakes in that particular requirement, they are going to review this document. Okay, they are going to review this document. Again, the testing team also find out some issues in the requirement. Okay, some issues in the requirement. Again, the testing team also, they are going to sharing with the BA team. Whatever the issues they have find out, those issues will be sharing with this BA team. Okay, now BA team, again, they are going to modify the document. Again, the BA team, again, they are going to modify that document. Okay, once they have modified this document, again, they are going to modify in the BRD 2.0 document only. Okay, 2.0 document only, they are going to update whatever the issues the testing will identify. Okay, once this will done, what they are going to do, they are going to send this document with the design team members. This document with the design team members. Design team. Okay. Now, design team, what they are going to do? The design team, we can simply call it as architectures. Okay. Architectures, they are going to develop the design document based on the requirement. Okay. Based on the design document, requirement document, they are going to update the design document. They are creating a design document based on the requirement. Okay, now you can see, again I'm going to explain. So first, what is happening? So the BA team will receive the requirements from the customer. Okay, these requirements will be converting into this BRD 1.0 document. Okay, once this document is created, what they are going to do? They are going to share this document with the experts. Okay, now experts, they are going to perform reviews on the document. Okay, after performing review, they can find out some issues on the document, and those issues will be sharing with the BA team. Now BA team, they are going to update this document into 2.0 version. Okay, once the document is updated, again they are sharing with the testing team. Now testing team, they are going to again review the document. Okay, and also they are going to find out some issues on the document. Okay, after find out those issues, also sharing with the BA team. Now BA team again modify the document, and they are going to share with the latest requirement document with the design team members, and design team members, they are going to create a design document as per the requirement. Okay, and this design document will be sharing with the development team. This design document will be sharing with the design development team. Now developers, they are going to develop the code as per the requirement document and as per the design document. Okay, so this is the process we are going to do in the verification concept. Okay, see, this is only requirement review, guys. The example is related to requirement review. Once we receive the requirements, we are going to review the requirement first, because of if the requirement is not clear, so no need to start the development and no need to start the testing. Why? Because without understanding the requirement, we cannot do anything on the application. Okay, so you guys are understand? Any questions here? Guys, please let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay, now I'm going to provide some notes. Okay, now the verification process, how we are going to do initially, we started one project, and the client will give the requirements. Okay, and business analyst will receive the requirements and converting into BRD document. Okay, so BRD means nothing but a, we can call it as business requirement document. BRD means business requirement document. Okay, now this document will be sharing with whom? Now send this requirement document to experts for review purpose. Okay, now experts are reviewing the document. Okay, now experts will review the document, and they may come up with observations, or we can call it as gaps, and they shared with BA team. Okay, now the BA team, so BA team will correct the requirement document, and they will prepare new version of the document, 2.0. Okay. So this is the document you guys can see. Now they have shared the documents and after that they are updating to 2.0. Okay. Now send this document. Now send this document to testing team. So testers will go through the requirements and they will identify gaps in the requirements and shared those gaps with BA team. Again, they are also sharing with the BA team. Okay, so this is the point. They have identified some gaps. They are going to sharing with the BA team. Okay, now BA team will update the requirement document. Whatever the gaps the testing team will share, based on that, they are going to update the document. Now, send the latest version. Send the latest version of the requirement to design team. They are going to share the latest version of the requirement document to design team. Now, architects will build design document based on the requirements. Okay, so based on the requirements, the design team members are going to create a design document. Okay, now this is called just example for requirement review. Okay, now I'm going to provide verification definition. Verification, or we can call it as static testing. Okay, so verification is a process of checking whether we are building the project in the right way or not. Okay, so this is called verification definition, but we are not going to focus on definitions, guys. We need some real-time examples. So in verification, what we are doing means we are going to perform reviews. The reviews are like requirement review. Okay, the above example. So this example is related to requirement review. Now the next one, design review. Okay, design review, and the design review means nothing but a now architects are developing a design document. This document will be sending to like we can call it as senior architects are there, or otherwise they are going to share the design document with the client. Okay, now client, they need to approve the design document as per the requirement. They have properly developed the design document or not, they are going to review and they can approve. Okay, then only we are going to start next steps. Okay, now the next one, code review. Code review means, if the developers are developing the code, the developers, they are not directly send it to testing environment. Okay, there is a config review team is there. Okay, config is nothing but a coding, guys. So there is a review team is there. Those review team, they are going to review the code. Okay, once the developers are completed the task, that will be sharing with others, and they are going to review the document, they review the code. Once the code is developed as per the requirement, then only they are going to send it to testing environment. Okay, so and also test plan review. Test plan review. Test plan review means nothing but so if for suppose we are the testers, we have written some coding, we have written some test cases. Those test cases will be sharing with your colleague or your team lead or your manager or your client. That depends on the project. That depends on the project. Whatever the test cases we have written, those will be sharing with others. Okay. If the other testers are created some test cases, they are going to sharing with you. So because of you guys need to perform review on test cases. Okay. You guys are preparing the test cases as per the customer requirement or not. We need to review the test cases. Okay. Why we need to review? Why we need to perform this verification? Why we need to perform this verification means nothing but to find out the below topics. Okay. Verification benefits. We can call it as verification benefits. Okay. Verification benefits. Okay. Verification will be helpful to identify mistakes before giving it to next level. Before giving it to next level. Okay. So you guys can see if they have created the BRD document, they are directly giving it to design team members. Then what will happen? The design team members are going to create this design document as per this requirement document. Okay. Now, whatever the experts are identifying the issues and whatever the testers are identifying the issues, we cannot find out without review. Okay. So whatever the design team members are developing the design document with this is the requirement. Okay. Now we are missing this requirement. Okay. Before giving it to this, we need to identify the mistakes. Okay. With the help of verification, what we can do means we can find out mistakes before giving it to next level. Before giving it to next level means nothing but we are giving it to requirement document with the design team. So to prepare the design document. Okay. If we are without reviewing, we are giving the design document, we are giving the requirement document with the design team. They are going to create the design document with some wrong requirements. So that is the reason we need to review the requirement first. Okay. So whenever you guys are find out these mistakes, what will happen? And verification will be helpful to reduce the defects in the system. Okay. If you guys are find out these mistakes here only, then what will happen? Automatically we can reduce the defects in the system. If you guys are not performing this reviews, then automatically the defects are increasing. Okay, the defects are increasing. So that is the reason we are going to perform verification. Okay, and verification will be helpful to reduce the cost in the system. Okay. Whenever the defects are reduced, automatically the cost also reducing. Because of if the defects are increasing, we need more, we can call it as time is increasing. Okay. When the time is increasing, automatically the cost also increasing. Or otherwise, if the more developers are required, then the cost is automatically increasing. So that is the reason we need to perform verification. Okay. So this is called verification, guys. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Guys, please let me know if you have any questions.
No questions.
Okay. Fine. So, and we have some verification techniques are there, but verification techniques I'm going to explain in STLC, because of here we need to do test cases review part. Okay, we have peer review and we have formal review. Okay, and we have walkthrough. Okay, so peer means nothing but a colleague. Colleague will review your test cases. Formal review means someone else, maybe the BA team, they are going to perform review, or development team, they are going to perform review on your test cases. Then we can call it as formal review. And walkthrough is comes under, so if who is performing review on your test cases, these guys, they simultaneously learning the application and simultaneously review your test cases. Okay, so I'm going to explain with clear information on STLC document, because of as of now we are not creating any test cases. Whenever we are going to create the test cases, then only I can explain these things. Okay, next topic, so we are going to explain, so validation, or we can call it as dynamic testing. Dynamic testing. Okay, what is mean by validation, guys? I think you guys are daily doing the validations, but you guys don't know that is validation. Anybody knows validation? Guys, anybody knows validation? Okay, so validation means nothing but a, see, I think you guys are doing, if you guys need to log in Gmail application, how you guys are logging?
Yeah, login password with validation.
Valid username and valid password. If you guys are providing valid username, valid password, what will happen?
It will get logged in.
It is successfully logged in. Okay, if you guys are invalid, then what will happen?
Username or password is invalid.
So it is showing error message, right?
Yes.
So validation is nothing but a, so whether the application is throwing error messages or not. If whenever we are providing invalid data, if you guys are providing valid data, so the application is successfully login or not. Okay, validation means nothing but a execution of actual application. Okay, so if for suppose you guys are going to do like you need to send one message to your friend, okay, through WhatsApp. You guys need to send one message to your friend through WhatsApp. Okay, now what is your expectation here? If you
We
guys
need
are
to,
sending message, what is happening? What is your expectation?
we need to log in and we need to write and we need to send it.
No, through WhatsApp you need to send one message to your friend.
Normally we will be typing and sending it.
Okay, typing and sending. But what is your expectation? Now you are not touching anything, right? So just you are expecting.
Yes.
Okay, you are expecting, what you are expecting? Whenever I'm sending message, the message will be received by your friend.
Correct. Yeah.
This is your expectation. Now, if you guys are going to send, that is called actual. Okay, expected is something and actual is something. Expected means if I'm going to log in one application, so in that application, my expectation, if I'm going to provide valid username and valid password, then I'm clicking on login. My expectation is successfully log in the application. Okay, actual is nothing but you are going to perform action. Now you are going to perform action, that we can call it as actual. Okay, for suppose I'm going to do something here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is like, okay, now you guys can see, if I'm clicking on, if I'm entering URL, then I'm clicking on enter. What is my expectation here? The application should load.
To be open.
Okay, now here, whatever the action I'm performing, this we can call it as actual. Okay, now I'm doing actual. Okay, but my expectation, whenever I'm clicking on entering valid URL, I'm clicking on enter, the application should load. Okay, now it is loading. Now that means actual and expected both are matching. Okay, so we can call it as, if both are matching, then we can call it as that is pass. If both are not matching, expected and actual are not matching, then we can call it as that is fail. The fail scenarios, we are going to raise a defense. Okay, so that is called validation. You guys daily performing validation, but you guys doesn't know this is the validation. But in real time, we can call it as validation means actual and expected both are matching or not. We need to perform actual testing. Okay, so I'm going to provide some examples. First of all, validation means nothing but a execution of actual application as per the customer requirement. Okay, now expected results are matching with the actual results are not, we can call it as validation. Okay, so validation, for suppose I'm going to give expected results equal to actual results. Okay, then we can call it as pass. If expected results not matching with actual results, then we can call it as fail. So failed scenarios, we need to raise defect. We need to raise defect. Okay, now I'm going to provide, so here some examples. Example is, for suppose there is a one login page. Okay, in this login page, what I'm going to do, when user enters valid username and valid password, then user successfully navigate to the home page. Okay, so this is one example. And second scenario, when user enters invalid username and invalid password, then user cannot log in. Okay, and if when user enters, user enters valid username and invalid password, then user cannot be logged in. Okay, if user enters invalid username and valid password, then user cannot be logged in. Okay, see here what is happening, you guys need to verify, guys. You guys need to verify whether the application is error, it is throwing error message whenever I'm entering invalid data or not. If I'm providing valid data, then the application is successfully login or not, we need to verify. Okay, so guys, you guys are understand this one?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to provide some examples here, guys. Okay, so for suppose here I'm going to provide one form. like this is a one inquiry form. Inquiry form. So here in this application, I'm going to provide. Okay. So name, email ID, and mobile number, and course. And I'm going to provide submit. Okay, so here I'm going to provide. Okay, now this is my form, guys. So in this form, I'm going to give the requirements. The requirement should be like this. So name field should accept only alphabets up to 15. Email field should accept alphanumeric with special characters like @ comma dot up to 25. Okay, and mobile number field should accept only digits, 10. Okay, and course should be selected. Okay, course should be selected. Okay, so this is my requirement, guys. If okay, not required. If, see, this is my requirement. Now based on this requirement, you guys need to fill this inquiry form. How we are going to fill? So if you guys are only alphabets in the name field, then what will happen? It should accept. Okay,
Yes.
if you guys are entering other than alphabets, then the name field
Error.
should throw error message. Okay, and email field also you can see here I mentioned alphanumeric with special characters. In that special characters also only we are accepting @ symbol and dot. Okay, and mobile number field will accept only digits, that to 10 digits. Okay, and drop down should be only, it is accepting only drop down values. Okay, I'm going to mention here. Course drop down should accept only drop down values. Course drop down should accept only drop down values. That means we need to select the only whatever the course drop down values are there, those we need to select. Okay, so this is the requirement, and based on this requirement, you guys need to think what is the positive and what is the negative test cases. Okay, so whenever I'm entering positive, then the application should accept. Whenever I'm entering invalid data, then application will throw error message. So here we need to check whether the application is showing error message or not. Okay, if the application is not showing error message, then we can call it as that is a defect. Okay, so this type of testing we are going to perform in real time. Okay, for suppose I'm going to provide one example. Okay, I think here you can see the example. Okay, so here you can see they have provided some rules. The business rule is, you can see, new company should created by sales team, and company is modified or updated by sales team, and company details must be visible to sales team only or assigned users and owner or everyone. Okay, see here there are some roles are there. You all are know RBAC, we can call it as RBAC is nothing but a role based access control. So every role have a certain access. Okay, so I have some I am an admin. Okay, I can do anything, but you are a user. Okay, user one, you have certain accesses. You can do something only, but you cannot do all the things. You can see here. I think this one is also not correct. Here you guys can see. So deal should be created by the only sales user, but deal is updated by sales team. Means this user is different and this user is different. Okay, now deal will be created by sales user, but he cannot update because of he don't have update access. Okay, so sales team they can update, but sales team they don't have create access. Okay, so these type of things we are going to perform in real time. Okay, so based on the users, see every project we have certain roles are there. Okay, so application to application, some of the application we have only one role, but some of the application we have some 8 roles or 10 roles. That depends on the project. Okay, now you can see if you guys are going to perform insurance application. In insurance application, there are different types of users are there. We have a agent. Agent will collect the documents. His part is he can collect the document from that who is needed the policy. So insure or insurer. Okay, we have underwriter. Underwriter is someone else. They can approve your policy. Okay, they need some certain access. Okay, so the underwriter will receive all the documents from the agent and he can verify all the documents, whether all the documents are provided properly or not. Okay, everything is working fine, then only he can approve, and the next step is a payment process. Okay, so every role have a certain access, but here the agent cannot review the documents and he cannot approve. Agent role is just he need to receive the document from the persons. Okay, so that is the reason every application we have a certain roles. Okay, in future classes we are going to learn what is RBAC, how we are going to use RBAC systems. Okay, everything I'm going to explain in future classes. Okay, so as of now, any questions?
No.
Okay, so this is the today's class, and the tomorrow's class we are going to learn tomorrow testing methodologies. testing methodologies, we have three types: white box testing,
Black box.
black box testing, and gray box testing. Okay, so these are the topics. Tomorrow I'm going to explain. Okay, so this is the today's class. If you have any questions, please let me know, guys. Any doubts on verification or validation or yesterday's topic, quality assurance or quality control? Anybody have any questions? Please let me know.